great day. It's Lieta.
And hey, loves, I'm Kristen. Just today we'll, in a sense, be talking about our relationships to fathers and the times that we're in terms of just, we're black, by color, melanated, but just talking about the melanated people who are just being harassed. And, a lot of it deals with our men, women too. So we send our hearts out to all the families. We want to kind of give a story in terms of how, we've been able to deal with what our men are going through in America, and just give just so much love to you guys, and the strong, like just being able to be strong in the backbone to so many families and everything that you have to face, to just give you our support, our love, and just our story behind our relationship with men. And to give a backstory of my father, he went to jail for a long time off of a robbery, born and raised in Washington D.C. And just being in this environment during those times, like what is it, the 70s and 80s, the 60s, 70s and 80s, like just growing up in DC around those times, it was a lot of drugs being used. It was a lot of just suppression around our people. So being in that environment, he ended up making some wrong decisions, ended up in jail, but he turned his life over and became much more godly, and he ended up meeting my mom at church. So that's the story of us two, and we've been able to just see their relationship blossom. We've been blessed to have both parents, and just that relationship has, created who we are today. And we just give thanks that we have the blessing of having both parents, and just our dad being able to flip his life around to more of a life of servitude, and just making it and just being a part of our lives.
Yeah, and that just speaks volume to our parents, but as well as like oftentimes black families may not grow up with their father being in the household, oftentimes because of systematic racism, and then a lot of our men are in jail. And so being blessed to say that our mother and our father in our household, and then she mentioned like him being in jail prior to him meeting our mother. So like just that whole, like with everything going on in society, seeing our black men, even our black women dying on TV due to racism, due to systematic racism, all the things that trickle down, is like a tough conversation to have right now, because it's so much going on. But at the same time, we want to sit back, reflect, and honor the men in our lives, honor the fathers in our lives, even the one who may have end up in other places like jail or things of that nature because of things that have happened along the way. But we still want to honor them, because just like because of things that are in place. It's like I'm trying to figure out how the best way to articulate this, but because of things that have been in place going way back to slavery, people have tried to find a way to survive, and surviving may have been doing something that may have gotten them in trouble. Now they're in jail or dead or drugs, whatever the case, and things have trickled down. So now it leads into what we are today, of trying to fix things and get things back right. I mean, I don't know how to get things back right, because one, we were enslaved. Our ancestors were enslaved and brought here without free will. So getting things back, I don't know what that looks like, but taking back our power, like, is what I guess maybe the best thing to say. But just want to share that, because oftentimes people look down, like say like people who don't understand what white privilege means need to maybe do a little bit more look into what their history is, because like, not saying that black people can't rise up and go above than what they are today, but they don't need to go look back into history of what has happened to us to put people into the position they are in today. And because of that, a lot of our men, like that's just like has been a trickle effect of what has happened and brought us where we are in 2020. But now, as you see in the news, like things are changing. Like people are angry, people are fed up, people are no longer going to accept this behavior of people treating us bad because of the color of our skin, treating us bad because it's a tall black man, and they fear him because he's just a tall black man, or tall, like whatever they see, and they look at us and they see criminal, because like it's basically seen as like it's a crime to be black, basically with it, like what's like what it seems like on the news. So taking back our power is definitely the ultimate goal.
Before I get into my parts, I definitely remember you guys to subscribe, share, comment below, so that we can continue to build up the energy around our men, our society, and just everything that's melanated. So as women, just being in business is crazy important for us to have, in a sense, a powerful stance when it comes to our relationship with men especially fathers. So, because we run into so many men who are looking to better themselves, and that's why they contact us in terms of starting a business so that they can create something for their families. Those men who are working hard, who are, taking on jobs that aren't necessarily what most people would look for, but they do it because they know that it is beneficial for their families. And like my dad, like just he's always been able to just work so hard just to make sure that we were good. So we're just giving recognition to all of the men who are striving to just be better in every single way, to give a space for us women to be able to have a platform, because like a while ago, women weren't looked at as the entrepreneurs, as the business owners, but now there's so many men who are supporting us and just giving back to us to be able to help us continue to grow and to be able to create better relationships in our families.